Plant the tree whose shade you'll never experience. Fight for the sunrise you'll never see. It's this concept I feel like is being lost. We are so self-absorbed, so self-centered in this particular era, me included. I have really come to see my selfishness more and more. But we focus on what's here and what's now in somewhat of a hedonistic fashion of like, I gotta make today feel good now, rather than build up the future. And I don't even mean for myself. Go back to what I just said. Plant the tree whose shade you'll never experience. That old adage. We should be fighting for and believing in a future that isn't here yet, right? I posted on my YouTube post section this Substack by Delaney Hines. It was incredible. It was an incredible piece about some of the systems in place that are making people feel exhausted in this day and age. And I found a lot of it profound, but she talked in there about the civil rights movement and child labor movements, women's suffrage, anything that you can think of like that. That was implemented by people who didn't know how it was going to turn out, right? They fought the good fight and they believed in a better tomorrow. And there's so much nihilism, there's so much pessimism, there's so much black pill going around today. And I'm not saying it's not for good reason. Read that Substack. I think she laid it out pretty well. There is a lot stacked against us, where it is like a crushing weight on a lot of people's chests. But like, who amongst us is going to be the one who plants those trees? Who amongst us is going to believe in a better tomorrow and start making those moves? Because if we don't make those moves, then you're right, it's not going to happen. It is going to be as bad as they say it's going to be, as bad as you say it's going to be. But if we can find it within ourselves to give hope to tomorrow, we're not just giving hope to ourselves, we're giving hope to the next generation and the next and the next, right? We need to be that change. We need to stand up and make that difference. And I think it's not it's a lot of talking that I do here, and that's not so helpful. It's not so effective. I think it is in some regards, and I'm so appreciative to everybody who's here and who has found help in these. But I've been kind of driven to do more in the real world, in the real community, to push back on some of these things that we don't have to accept, that we don't have to just sit by and watch. Seeing these AI companies destroying these books, shredding them up, that disturbed me, and I don't like that. And it made me want to do something and take initiative to push back and be on the other end of that, because there are millions of families who don't have a single book in their household because they can't afford it, and here these companies are just absolutely thrashing them. So this has made me want to do more in giving the gift of reading to my community around me that may be in need for that. Because for me as an author, right, of adventure fiction, hence the silly hat, you know what I'm saying? My books are meant to just be little pieces of hope and inspiration, and show you something to aspire to, something that's different than where you're at now, something that is an ideal, an archetype, a steersman to put you on a path. And so I love writing things that young readers can get involved with. That's my Noah Redford adventure series. But I don't know, guys, hope this video is coherent. I always say this, I just get on here rambling, I'm like, hey, does that make sense? See you later. But I appreciate you guys. If you like this, hit like and comment, let me know what you're thinking, because I think we need a little more pushback. We need a little more, I'm not accepting that. We need a little more, I'm gonna be the hope. You know what I mean? So take care, guys. Fight the good fight.